know I'm always fierce. In the fashion that I wear, I be stunting on my peers. Diamonds glare, make them steer. In the verse, switch your gears. Moving forward, never rear. I don't even look in mirrors. Yeah, you know I'm always fierce. Garments in my closet so fly. They need a passport. Fabric imported from Indonesia. Need a visa. Popping tags at my leisure. Shift gears, two-seater. I don't care if I'm on a bus or a 10-speeder. You will never catch a mega in a dusty.
Say fierce are the realest. From me born I bleed a pride of deep up in me flesh. And we bought up like a lion, yeah we fearless. We say forever fierce, boss like a nuclear. Man rough up and then bulk up, so me must happy wear my zoo gear. Boss like bass snares, tough yeah we no fear. Man always fierce, so you know say we do the extraordinaire. BBS diamonds and Banshee shoes, no matter they price me wear. Foot on the gas, fast car thing with me pass. No say me always cross, any other rocks in my glass. No say we hotter than ever professional. Let's do business then pleasure. Only thing that me measure the sacks for me dresser. Hey, wait, is it? No stress, we flex, yo vex, and we get our respect. Girl, I'ma say me fresh. You see the gold that me wear on me neck. Me like a lion, hear me roar, and me beat me chest. And it a run it on me soul, and you know one fit test.
Hey.
Episode 14.
Yes.
We are back. Welcome to Fierce Entertainment Live, episode number 14. I'm Rob Henlon. I got my little sister Jess with me.
Hey.
I got my sister from another Mr. Starr Dalton.
Hi, everyone.
And Matthew Cooley, the man himself with the tidal wave on his head.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
What's up? Let's see. I got to see what Matthew got going on. Matthew got something going on today. He always got something going on. I'm going to zoom in.
Here we go.
What we got going on?
We got
I love that color.
Thank you.
This reminds me of when I was in
It does. It does.
Okay, I can see that. I think you need to get like a little surfing guy and put it right there in the middle, like a beret. A beret.
Look, don't get mad because I have hair and you don't.
Okay, all right. You got me. All right, cool. So you guys, if this is your first time joining us, definitely go to our YouTube channel, subscribe. You'll see tons of footage from our previous events as well as the past episodes.
Yes, and as you're enjoying tonight, we want to pull you into the conversation. So make comments, tag a friend, and do me a favor. If you look down, you'll see a button that says share. Go ahead and press the share button for us right now.
All right, cool. And so we let the cat out of the bag a little bit. You guys know what today is, right?
Senior Day.
National Senior Citizens Day. It is National Senior Citizens Day. Huh?
Did you go get free coffee at McDonald's?
I don't. Wait, I'm not a senior. What are you talking about, man? I got 20 years. Before I get that free coffee.
Okay.
So, but what did you guys think about that video? Let's look at that again. Let's check that out again.
Loved it.
Say fierce are the realest. From me born I bleed a pride of deep up in me flesh. And we bought up like a lion, yeah we fearless. We say forever fierce, boss like a nuclear. Man rough up and then bulk up, so me must happy wear my zoo gear. Boss like bass snares, tough yeah we no fear. Man always fierce, so you know say we do the extraordinaire. BBS diamonds and Banshee shoes, no matter they price me wear. Foot on the gas, fast car thing with me pass. No say me always cross, any other rocks in my glass. No say we hotter than ever professional. Let's do business then pleasure. Only thing that me measure the sacks for me dresser. Hey, wait, is it? No stress, we flex, yo vex, and we get our respect. Girl, I'ma say me fresh. You see the gold that me wear on me neck. Me like a lion, hear me roar, and me beat me chest. And it a run it on me soul, and you know one fit test.
All right.
All right, Medea.
What's up, everybody?
Come on, Medea.
Like your mom.
It's Uncle Willie. I tell y'all something.
Not the chicken wing.
Is that a chicken wing? You got
Okay, chicken wing. Chicken wing, good protein.
You got a drink.
I drink a drink. Now, let me tell y'all something.
Oh, no.
Where's my drink? It's my drink. Don't be asking what's in my brown bag. Let me. Now, I got a question for you.
Oh,
Where
man.
that little that little lady that was here last time? What her name is? Coco. Last week. Coco.
JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo.
Starr,
Like a chicken wing. Like a chicken wing.
Oh,
Okay.
So
what's going on?
what are you celebrating now? Like, what are you doing?
Let me see what that is on your head. Let me see what that is on your head right there.
Oh, my God.
Let me see what that is. What that is, boy? What you got? What you got that right there, boy?
What is it?
What that is? What that is right there, boy?
Oh,
Hey, talk to Uncle Willie.
Oh,
that's
he's
kind
good.
wow. I mean, you're a Magic fan? So you're a Magic fan? You got your blue
Man,
coordinate,
yeah, boy.
drink.
Yeah, boy. We got to coordinate. You got to coordinate my fierce fan. I got my
Oh, we
fierce
cool fan too.
coordinate. The Magic.
Okay.
A little Magic fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm #1 fan. But I tell you what I'm a fan is.
What?
What's her name is? JoJo? Yeah.
You're a
I
fan
drink
of
to that.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Oh, my
Hey.
God's right.
well,
What y'all got going on today? I think y'all got some merch.
yeah, we got some.
Yes, we do.
Let's see what y'all merch. Let me see y'all
Okay,
merch.
so you guys know how I love our Fierce hoodies. I showed a pink one last week. So now we are offering Fierce hoodies for our fur babies. So this week we have one featured also in pink, but they also come in different colors. I believe there's 4 different colors. I think we have some footage of that.
Ooh, look at that.
So cute.
Yeah, so my understanding, pink, it comes in pink, red, I believe a gray and a blue.
Wow,
That's cute.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
so
Starr,
you can
would you
style
get one of
profile with your fur baby. And it's not just dogs. I mean, it says Doggy Fierce Collection on alwaysfierce.com, but you could probably put it on a cat, any kind of animal that you have at the home, like a bunny, whatever. You could just throw it on there and just style them.
Wow. So that's something you do.
You can't rob me.
Tell us about your diamonds.
Oh, well, I do have
diamond
diamonds. I haven't gotten one of those yet, but as soon as I get one of those, I will throw one on her. That will be fun. She already scares everyone, so just put your flying on her. Let's see what happens.
Do they come in different sizes or all one size?
Good question.
There's a bunch of different sizes.
Yeah, different sizes.
Y'all, thank you for bearing with my Uncle Willie.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on with Willie. But, I got him out of here, so thank you guys for bearing.
Your sound's off, bro.
He took over. He messed up your sound too.
He did. It was like a tornado.
But while you adjust your sound, Rob, I believe we have a scratching post. So let's go on to the scratching post.
Let's do it. All right, you guys, welcome to the Scratching Post. My name is Matthew, and I'm going to give you some tidbits. So as we're getting ready for voting, and I know a lot of different cities and states are already doing like the preliminaries for voting. There's a really cool podcast out right now called the Seneca Women's Podcast Network. And you can learn from 100 different of the world's most inspiring women. Each week, it's going to feature like 5 different people from like the vice chair executive from MasterCard. You have the CEO from the YWC. So it's really great podcast just to listen in on and like what they're, how they run their business and how they, have like female influential on that, especially like in a male dominant society, how they overcome those stigmas of, working in the male environment. It's really cool. I've listened to a couple of them, and you take away a lot. So I'm really want you guys to go out there. It's called the Seneca Women's Podcast Network. Find it anywhere that you get your podcasts, either iHeartRadio or iTunes. Also, I'm a big fan of Halloween, so I gotta plug early.
Yeah.
So, there's a new experience, which is a nice social distancing opportunity called Haunted Road, where you stay in your car and people just jump out at you. I mean, you could have that if you decide to drive down OBT, whatever. But
So wait, OBT is what you're saying?
No.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Well,
What was happening on OBT?
He's muted.
wait, I think you
Oh,
muted yourself. Oh, is it a
he
secret?
He didn't want to say.
I'm
he got
not
quite
muted.
You got muted as soon as we asked you what happened on OBT.
Oh.
You disappeared.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
It's a secret. Anyway, the Haunted Road, the tickets are on sale now at hauntedroad.com. The tickets start at $15, and you can pay for like carloads of people. They do open up September 25th, so check that out. Also, Spirit Halloween, if you want to get 25% off, DM me, let me know at Noir Folklore on my Instagram, and I'll tell you how. Also, you can get $35 off free shipping. So
Nice.
that's really cool. So there's a lot going on.
Cool.
Also, too, if you're feeling a little hungover from these events, there is a amino acid supplement called Lysatine, which retails for about $8. That helps with nausea and dehydration. I think Gatorade works best for all this, but whatever. So,
So Matthew, are you a Thanksgiving fan also? Because it looked like a pilgrim outfit back there.
that's
A pilgrim.
that is a pilgrim. That's something I'm working on. So you guys have to check out my Instagram and see what's going on.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
very nice.
Cool.
Very nice.
All right. So once again, thank you guys for bearing with my Uncle Willie. He got chicken crumbs all over my seat and everything. I don't know what's going on. Smell like beer and everything over here, but we got him out of here. But so who's our real guest? I know we have some real guests today, so who's our real guest? Who do we got?
As always, I'm super excited about our lineup. We have Rich Fontaine coming in today.
All right.
He is part of our Fierce family. We go back with him. He's an author, he's a speaker, and he's also an entrepreneur. Dr. Denise Mose, she's a TV host. She's a media personality, and I'm excited to see her. It's been years since we worked with her. And then we have Laz. He is a ice artist.
Yes.
Laz. Sorry.
Yes. No.
He's such a personality. I can't wait for y'all to meet him. He's off the chain. He's gonna have
awesome.
y'all like.
Let me tell you, Laz is off the chain, and not only is he does ice, he does fruit, but he carves wood. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. But let's bring in our first guest.
All right, let's bring in our first guest.
And why do I want to inspire the world is because I want people to chase their dreams after many years of not chasing my own. Through fear and trepidation.
This way I have a visual and something to look at. And I look at it every day. It's true. But I had to get my mind right. I had to see it.
Trying to fulfill society's views of me, I went to school and climbed up the corporate ladder just to realize that it wasn't for me. And I've started to notice the more money I made, the more my spirit suffered.
So when the door closes, say, thank you for closing that door. That wasn't for me. But thank you for leaving this one open. That one.
And so I do that all the way to pursue this in inspiring and creating a legacy for the world. To truly bring people together with books like The Nerd Who Saved the Universe for kids and Destiny on Purpose, How to Get What You Truly Want Out of Life. A book that I created after reading some of the top 25 success and inspirational books of all time.
All right.
Hey.
Hey. And that guy in the video looked familiar.
Which one?
Who's that?
Which guy? That guy? That was you. Yeah. So what's up, Mr. Fontaine? How you doing?
Blessings, blessings. Thank you for having me, Fierce Family. I appreciate it. This is awesome. I need to hang out with Uncle Louie. He looked like he got the best fried chicken, man. He was killing
Uncle Willie? Yeah, man. Uncle Willie, he ate all the chicken in the house, man. I don't know what's going on. We had to kick him out. He didn't share nothing. I don't know. It looked good, but
man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I didn't get to taste it. So, at least he brought his own liquor. So,
BYOB.
Right. So let's talk about you. Man. So first of all, kudos every day. You are dropping knowledge. You're motivating people early in the morning. I try to catch you live, but I'm not waking up early as you all the time. But tell us about. Let's start with that, like your morning motivation series and what you're doing 365 days. Tell me about that whole thing.
Yeah, it's the daily motivation, and I wish it was always in the morning. Sometimes I do them in the evening, sometimes at night. It's just different times because I'm an entrepreneur, and sometimes our nights and days change. But I wanted to show people that you could be consistent in whatever you do. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you put in the commitment to show up every single day, no matter if you feel like it or don't feel like it, it does something to your psyche to show you that anything that you want, you can have, as long as you're willing to stay committed and put in the work every single day.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
That's dope. And so that's cool. And so this morning, today,
yes,
it was an extra special one, right? Because you had like a little special announcement, show and tell thing that you did.
Yes.
Tell us. Can you share with that?
Yeah, I can. I just found out my wife Jasmine I didn't just find out, but my wife Jasmine is 5 months pregnant. Yes, she's 5 months pregnant, and we just saw her ultrasound of a beautiful baby boy that I'm very excited about. Yes.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations!
Thank you.
So exciting.
Amazing.
And right on cue, Jasmine, she showed up and showed some love. She sent you four heart eyes and some fire signs.
Look, she better have some lashes on when she goes into delivery. If she doesn't have like her big lashes on, I'm not
Right.
Most likely for her, she will. She will have lashes on. She's been looking good during her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that because she is. We met her. We've done some work with her. She's an amazing eyelash artist, right?
Yes.
And so she's like her own, so you guys are like a power couple because you're a businessman, entrepreneur, and she's a entrepreneur, businesswoman, and she's the artist, right? So tell us a little bit about Jazz Art. Yeah, she's chiming in. You know it. Tell us a little bit about her art, man. It's amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. She's very talented, and I appreciate the power couple compliment. But I'm telling you, right, when it comes to entrepreneurship, she kicks my butt. So to her level, when it comes to entrepreneurship, I mean, she just treats her clients so well. They come back. They come in like clockwork, and she literally have to turn people down because her books are so busy.
Wow.
And after something it's just been years of just that, what I said in the beginning of that, working every day, beating on her craft to make herself not just a lash expert, but a master at what she does. And she does great art. She does extensions to runway models and for people that are doing movies and things like that. And it's just beautiful. You have to kind of see it yourself, but she can add feathers and different objects. She actually did one for Trash to Trends. She helped one of those out, and she literally made lashes out of old newspaper.
Wow.
Yeah,
But it's art. It is art. That's what it is.
Art.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just wearable art.
She and I actually have worked together.
She's also one of our Fashion Edge. Sorry. She's one of our Fashion Edge winners.
Yes.
For those that watch our show, she won one of our Fashion Edge. I can't remember what year. I think it was 2016, maybe.
Yeah. It was 2016, actually. Yes, it was 2016. It was.
That was great. That was
we actually have a picture of what she won that we keep on our vision board. Just just so remember. you gotta celebrate the wins. You gotta celebrate.
Yeah.
But awesome.
So.
Oh no, I thought Matthew was pointing something out as well. Was it about fashion? She's done so many pencils with us as well.
Yeah, she's done a lot of work, and I actually kind of recruited her for like the actual show for the fashion show, and she actually worked on a couple projects, especially with Aveda, where she made these beautiful lashes out of like flowers and everything. And actually on my timeline it popped up today that we worked together like a few years ago. So I saw, I'm like, oh, I wonder what she's doing. I always see what she's doing, so I don't really wonder. But she's an amazing person, and for the two of you to just be trucking through and like doing something amazing, and you have a new offspring which you guys can teach him how to do the business mindset too, is going to be awesome for you guys. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm excited about it, and right now she's not doing so much art because she's too busy baking. She's in the kitchen baking a baby, but hopefully when the baby's born and she's back to her old self, that she'll be back killing it with the art. So I'm excited for her, and I'm excited for this new venture in our lives. So thank you everybody for bringing that up. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. That's a blessing. I'm sure that baby's gonna be beautiful because you guys are a beautiful couple. Go ahead.
Well, I have a question as far as because you have the many talents, and I've been coming across people, and even one of our guests is interested in like book writing. Like, how can they get? Because that's something you help with. So how would they get in touch with you and get involved with that?
Well, I would say the first and foremost, if they're serious, go to my Instagram, which is Right to Grow Rich. Right to Grow Rich from my book, Right to Grow Rich.
Right.
Where they can actually download a free ebook that I give them this all my knowledge for free. And that just shows me that they're really serious. And the next level would take one of my workshops where I teach you from beginning to end in one day how to write, how to get a writing schedule, how to edit, how to publish, how to format, and how to pre-market and market your book so you actually can start making revenue from it. A lot of people want to write books, but it is a commitment, and it's something that has to be within you to really, really do. Like anything else, like I can say, yes, I would love to do fashion, but if it ain't in me to do fashion, I'm not doing fashion. But if you really, but I know my lane. And some people, if they really are serious about writing a book, this is the best way to go. I give all my tidbits for absolutely free. All you have to do is go to my Instagram, Right to Grow Rich, and you can download my free book on PDF.
Cool.
That's awesome.
And that's amazing. And I mean, one of the key things that you mentioned, and you mentioned it this morning or today also on your series, it's just you just got to start. You know what I mean? If you have that mindset, you just got to go ahead and do it. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. Right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, there is no perfect opportunity. I mean, when I first wrote my first book, I literally was job hunting. I graduated from college, and it was 2012, and there was not a lot of jobs opportunities. But just me being the person that I am, I always felt I could do something, and there was always a book in me that I wanted to write. And I said, well, if I had some downtime, there's nobody stopping me from writing. So I just took my notebook out and a pencil, and I started writing my very first book, The East Side, and now this book here. And it's done very well here locally in Orlando. Yeah. And it just happened just from me making the decision. Life, I tell people this all the time, your life happens when you make a decision.
Right.
And that's true. Once you commit to it, you're good to go.
That's actually a good book. It's about Orlando.
Yeah, it's about Orlando. It's like if Gangs in New York met Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. So it's dope. It's dope. Yeah, it's a good concept. It's a good book. I had the opportunity when we first met, the first time we met. I got a copy, and yeah, that's a good book. And I haven't finished the Nerd yet. I started the Nerd, and then I want to get the other one still, but I'm behind in my book reading. But I wanted to ask you because your logo, is is a strong logo. It sends a message. You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about that. What's your thought behind that logo? What does it symbolize for the power?
Sure. I mean, it's the logo, and it's also the name of my company, Power of Self Entertainment and Publishing. So I publish my own books and people's books through my publishing company. But the name is Power of Self.
Right.
And the logo is a brain on fire. I feel that many of us sometimes are just dormant, in life, period. We're just kind of going through the motions. But I feel like when you get a spark in your mind, like a real deep idea and thought that sparks something in you, and your power comes from you. It's not something outside of you. It's nothing that you have to get from somebody else. And it's nothing that you could buy at a store. That true power for you to accomplish anything and any goal that you want in life comes from in you. And
Wow.
Napoleon Hill calls it a burning desire. That's where the fire comes from. Once you have a burning desire, not just, hey, that sounds good, or I would like to do that, or that would be fun, but it comes to a must. That energy, that must, really puts you, I think, 3 steps ahead of anyone trying to do what you're doing, because they're living off, hey, it could happen, it may happen. You're living at, it must happen.
Right.
And that's a different way of energy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
let's get into the question of the day.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and we're gonna drop this video and get into the segment. Hold on 1 second.
All right, it's your boy DJ Tron, aka Tronny Blaze, representing for my Fierce Entertainment crew. The question of today is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? My superpower would be, I'd like to be able to read people's minds. So there'll be like a teleprompter on everyone's forehead, and I'd have conversations with them, and then I'd read what they're really thinking. As a matter of fact, I think I would actually project it like onto a wall. So when they're talking, I can see what they're saying on the wall, so I can read exactly what's going on in their minds. So that would be my superpower. If you had any superpower, what would it be and why? Asking the crew. Let me know.
Wow. Shout out to DJ Tron, aka Tronny Blaze, coming straight out of Atlanta. Thank you for sending that in. That's a great question. So we're gonna start with our guest first.
I mean, Wakanda forever, right? Wakanda forever. Oh man, I was doing some real deep thinking about this question, and I would probably go with Batman's superpower, which is being a multi-billionaire. And, and the reason I say that is because Batman is my favorite character out of all superheroes, and the reason is he doesn't have a superpower. Yet every single other superhero respects him.
Okay.
And they all respect him because he's highly intelligent, highly disciplined, highly strong, versus will and in mindset. And it's just, to me, he just embodies what success looks like. And just though he has money, that helps too.
Right.
He has the best toys, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm gonna take the Batmobile out. All right, I'm gonna take the Batcopter. I'm gonna get the Bat, like all the fun
cool
toys. Yeah, all the fun toys, man. And he just and he gets to take out his frustrations every night. That's even more fun. Like,
Yeah.
I had a bad day today. I'm going out tonight, and I'm just gonna
Take care of some villains.
I'm gonna go get some villains. So like I just like Batman. I just love his superpower of just being so disciplined and so mission driven. He's always about the mission before anything else. And it doesn't matter what's happening in his life, he's mission driven first. So I would say no power except being a billionaire.
Billionaire power. The power of money.
Money is the power, man.
But Batman, he can fight too, though. He's like low key. He's a ninja.
Yeah, he can.
You know, he's a ninja. Yeah.
I mean, he's a ninja. He's such a he has so many skills, jack of all trades and masters of them. So that's even more respect that he could do so many different things and master as well. So Batman's just my guy always.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
But,
cool.
yeah, I was gonna say, man, that's so deep. I mean, for me, I would just want to be able to be invisible. And the reason why I want to be invisible is because I'm nosy. Nothing to do with it. I'm nosy. And if I'm invisible, I can go to so many places and just sit there and listen. I learn so much.
You'll be a peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom, yeah.
So Jessica, what you're saying is you'll be a peeping Tom.
Oh,
that's it.
I don't have to look. I just have to listen.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a
Oh
minute.
wow.
So I'll go with mine if y'all want. I want to teleport, so I'll never be late. And I will never get locked in or out of anything. Like, you can't keep me out. You can't keep me in. Like, you know. So
I like that.
yeah, one of my biggest problems is being late. So boom.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, I just did my hair. Zoop, I'm there. My life would be so great.
That is really a good one, man. Your vacations would be so much easier too.
Let's just get there. No flying.
Miami.
So what about you, Matthew?
Well, I wish I could like transform. I would like my superpower would like to be transformed, but I do that already, so that's like already my superhero power. But I think like just being able to read people's minds, because there's so many times where like I get so frustrated, like people like talking to you, and you know there's an ulterior motives. Like, okay, what are you trying to get to, or trying to have like a consultation with somebody? I'm like, you know, for hair and makeup, for costuming, like, okay, I want to know what you really want versus you wanting to tell me. So reading people's mind would be my answer.
Yeah, because a lot of times
there might be some things you're like, oh, whoa, that's what they think about.
I would rather that though.
or they don't know how to tell you. They're just saying what they read or something.
Yeah.
So by you reading their mind, you really know, oh, that's what they mean, because they don't have the knowledge to
Right.
transfer them.
That's what I was thinking. Sometimes people say, oh, just give me something nice. Do something pretty. Like, okay, what does that mean?
Like my
and then you do something, they're like, ah! Yeah, that's true. Oh, Lord, what's Rob going to say?
Well, actually, you took mine actually, Starr, because I would teleport because I'm lazy.
You would?
Teleport, yeah, just get go over there, want to go over here, you know what I mean? So just for the sake of conversation, I'll switch it up and say fly for the same reason, just to have a different answer. But yeah, teleport would be a lot easier than flying, but
because it's a lot quicker, right?
It's a lot quicker, and then like I said, and the reason is because of the laziness, you know what I'm saying? So flying, that still takes more effort than just to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta change, right? You'll mess up your clothes. Then you have to change clothes.
Right. Shoot, I gotta oh man, I forgot something. Get it? Right. You know what I mean?
You fly. I just bring my plane.
I'm lazy.
I'll just pass
it. Cool.
Don't be flying
you
with that wig on, though,
plane.
What wig? That was my Uncle Willie.
Uh-huh.
What wig? What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see if our next guest is ready. Rich, are you gonna stick around?
Yeah, stick around, man. Let's do this.
Cool. Because I really want you to meet her. Her name is Dr. Denise Mose. She's an author. She's a host, and she's done a lot of different things. So, and you guys have a lot in common. So I definitely want you to meet her. So before we bring her in, Jazz, your wife, is chiming in. She said, I would love to be able to open portals like Doctor Strange, so that she doesn't have to drive anywhere. So same here, right?
Yeah.
Just open the portal, get there. Especially this Orlando traffic, I-4 traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
seriously. Avoid that.
That's the worst.
All right.
All right, let's get ready for our next guest.
Let's do it.
We're ready.
What's up? Denise Mose. How you doing?
Welcome.
Hey, hi.
Hello, Denise.
So I know you had some problems in the back. Is everything good with the audio? Are we good with the audio?
It's really choppy.
Choppy?
It's okay.
Okay. Try removing your earplugs. Okay. If you want to remove your earplugs, maybe that would work. Oops.
Try to reconnect without the earplugs, right?
And we also almost had a hurricane outside too, so that's probably interfering with the connection.
Yes. Welcome to Orlando. Cool. Well, let's see.
In Alabama, they have one?
But she is in Alabama.
In Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to rock on. Can you hear us?
Oh, she didn't take her earbuds.
I thought she was going to take her headphones.
Yeah, remove the earplugs. Remove the ear. Okay, we'll try again. The earplugs. Yeah, take it out. There you go.
Unhook. Yeah.
Okay. How was that?
Okay.
You're freezing up. We see you.
We can hear you. Keep talking. Say something. Mic check. What?
Delay.
It's very.
Okay, so what we'll do is let her exit and come back in without the headphones.
Right.
And then
Okay. All right. Cool. So while we're doing that, let's get into the What's Poppin' segment. We're gonna do the What's Poppin' segment.
All right, let's do it.
What's poppin'? Miss Evans on the beat, so tap in. You got options, but you better pass my class, no flopping. Gon' log in every day, every morning I'm watching. Yeah, we virtual and you know it's up, so we about to take it up a notch. My role is the best, no comparing. We had to top our truth, no daring. CTA, found arts and sports. Man, I want it all to myself, no sharing. COVID-19 had a stress, but it's nothing. We gon' overcome that stress, no bluffing. Mask, wash your hands, keep it safe distance, cause I really thought that a pandemic said something. On the South, we do more than rap. Doing all we can just to get you out the trap. Teaching, uplifting, motivating, and engaging our students, going straight to the top, no cap.
What's poppin'? No flopping, no stopping. We mopping, yeah. Net away. You know Miss Evans don't play, yeah.
So that's actually a teacher in Atlanta.
Oh.
And our segment is What's Poppin', which we do. We look for cool things on the internet, and we found her that actually did a remix of a song What's Poppin' for her students, and she's just like popping literally all over the internet. Nice. What do you guys think about that?
I love that song.
She's smooth.
That was fresh.
I was like, ooh, yeah. I was jamming.
You were doing
it.
Oh man.
It takes talent to rap.
Yeah, that's how you get your message across to these young folks,
Yeah.
You're good.
Would you be excited to go to school?
She actually could flow.
She could flow, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Dropping lyrics, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What's popping?
And was that her student in the background?
I don't know if those are her students. I don't know who those kids were, but you know.
It probably was. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that she got them involved if they are. You know what I mean? And it's cool. Yeah. Like I said, so she got them excited about going back. And I want to take some time actually to shout out all of the teachers, all of the teachers out there in the world.
Yes.
And especially here in Orange County. Today was the first day that the teachers in Orange County, had face-to-face classes. And I'm friends with several of the Orange County teachers. I actually used to be a PE coach. Some of you guys don't know. But, and I know they were scared. A lot of them were like afraid, you know what I'm saying? Because they're putting their lives literally on the line. So shout out to them for their bravery and doing what they do. So
and can I give a quick shout out, Rob, to the parent teachers? A lot of kids, a lot of kids are doing the homeschool. And so parents are actually having to become teachers. Look at the lessons, plan the lessons for these kids. So big shout out to all the parent teachers out there as well.
Right.
Good point.
All right. So Denise, we got you back in. Let us know, how do we sound? Can we hear you? Can you hear us? Give us a mic check. Okay, and we hear you.
Delay, yeah.
Success.
Okay.
Success. We got a little delay.
I'm not sure why it's coming in kind of choppy. I'm not sure that just started.
Yeah,
Denise, earlier when we were talking, did you have those earplugs in?
Yeah, she did. She had them in.
She did?
They're in. Should I take them out?
Well,
I think you should.
This is the remix. This is what's chopping. What's chopping? We chopping up.
I love it. Can you hear us?
Okay, Denise. How's it now?
Yeah.
Yep, we hear you. Can you hear us?
Sound like a Verizon commercial.
Yeah. Are we still chopping?
So let's
going in and out.
Let's do an open-ended question. So Denise, we saw your intro. You're an author. You're a host. You attend a lot of events. So can you just give us a summary of what you've experienced and how you've accomplished your goals?
It's not working.
My goals?
What's happened?
Tell us.
I got an easy. I have an easier one for you. Tell us about your books, because we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh no. Okay.
Can you text it to us? Maybe send it via.
Yeah, we'll do the. Okay, so we'll do the what I'm gonna do my commercial, and then Denise would text you our question. All right, we're gonna send you in the private chat question.
Okay.
Where so that basically we want to know about your books. So if you can hear me, just go ahead and talk about your books. Go flow.
But my books, okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I taught for 14 years. Really, really enjoyed it. Had a great time teaching, and got to a point where I just kind of became bored teaching and wanted to do more. And got a great opportunity to travel abroad and teach abroad in Asia. So I thought that was kind of crazy, because who does that? But it turned out to be an amazing experience. And this was 2015. So this was not like last year. This was almost 5 years ago. So a different climate than we have right now. So I had a wonderful time teaching abroad. I had a wonderful time meeting lifelong students, lifelong colleagues, and then traveling all throughout the Far East to Dubai and India and Thailand and Hong Kong and Shanghai, Beijing, and just had a beautiful time. And the book is all about that. It's called Blind Faith. So it's all about dropping everything, going for it, believing in yourself, because you know when something's not right and you want to change it. So that's what it's about. It's about believing in yourself and just going for it.
Wow.
Cool.
That's amazing.
And if you can hear me, second question, because you've also done a lot of hosting gigs. Tell us about some of the celebrities that you met.
Yes. Yeah, that's my other life on the red carpet. I'm a contract writer, professional writer. So I am hired, and I've been doing that now for maybe 10 years. So I'm hired by NBC, New York Fashion Week, the Kentucky Derby, the Oscars, the Emmys, the SAGs, the Olympics. I have an agent that works with me, and she'll say, I've got a contract for you for the Olympics for 10 days. So I went to Brazil in 2016. I cover the Oscars every year. And it's all about being on the red carpet, experiencing that, what you see, how you don't have long with the celebrities, and how many of them become friends. Because I see them at the Grammys, and I see them at all these events. So it's like, oh, Denise, oh, okay, you know. So that's my other life, being on the red carpet and traveling.
Very nice, very nice.
I remember meeting Denise. She when I first met her, she was hosting one of our shows.
Right. Yeah. So
Yep.
it was
I
actually
think that was like 2014.
Yep.
It's been a while.
So it was actually our first branded show, right? The first show that we done, right, Jessica?
Yeah.
So that went under our name. It was
that's right.
Photo fashion weekend.
The art gallery.
An art gallery downtown. Yeah.
The art gallery, and they had just refurbished the art gallery. They had just redone that, and we did the show, and we had Alex the DJ. That was a great time. That was a wonderful night.
And it was fun to work with you. You did a great job.
So
it was a lot of fun, and the food was good.
Did you get? Oh,
I forgot who the caterer was, but I know Jess got the caterer, and I'm like, get them again because they were delicious. That was good. Great, and even the people who did all the makeup. I mean, it was just a wonderful night. It was just great.
Yeah, my Uncle Willie said with the chicken wings there. No, Uncle Willie, no chicken wings.
No chicken wings and no beer. Well, actually, there was beer and wine.
It was. So, you saw Rich's segment, and he's an author. He's written 4 books now, Rich?
4 books, but I actually
I've written 4 books. My first book was.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Is that for me?
Go ahead.
You. Was it
both of you?
Me?
Both of you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Denise. Go ahead.
I've written 4. You sure? Okay. I've written 4 books. So my first book was called Life at 433. It was my dissertation for my PhD because I finished in 2004 when I graduated. It's all about growing up in the South, how I had 2 crazy Black parents. My twin sister, my brother, my parents did not play. My dad was a principal, and how my parents, just kind of how a Southern family did it right, Our family, we were the only Black kids that traveled. We went to London and Paris. We were 10, and Black kids didn't do that. I'm 48, so it's about that. And then my second book was when I finished some time at Harvard. It's called Entrepreneur Tips, and then my fashion book, The Guilt-Free Guide, and now Blind Faith. And they're all on my website, or you can go to Amazon or Barnes & Nobles, and they're all there.
What's the website?
So cool, so different.
What's the website?
DrDeniseMose.com, DrDeniseMose, DrDeniseMose.com.
Okay, cool. And so what I was getting at, because I like to hook people up. So my friend Rich here, he's an author, speaker, and whatnot. So if you ever have any extra gigs, can he hit you up and maybe your agent could help him out? You know what I'm saying? I like putting people on the spot. Help my boy Rich out. He want to get on the red carpet too. Come on.
Great credentials.
Communicate. Okay, there we go. That's all I'm asking. Communicate. No promises. Communicate. Can you communicate with my boy Rich? His wife pregnant. Come on, man. All right.
Denise, I do want to ask you a question though. Denise, I do want to ask you a question, like, because you are getting like so many, like, such a spectrum of like people asking you like to write for you? How do you get your inspiration? Because you can go from the Olympics to the red carpet to, to anything. Like, where does your inspiration come from?
My inspiration, where did it come from?
Yes.
Gosh, life is short. Life is short, Matt. Life is so short. And if you just don't go for it, you'll never know. I am not married. I have no children. I'm allergic to both.
Oh.
So I just, I'm kind of, I like living on a plane. It's been weird to be, not traveling, because I travel all the time. And I love it. So my inspiration is that life is short. If you don't go for it, you'll never know. You have that voice inside of you that tells you, try this, try that. And if you don't do it, you owe it to yourself to try. It's enough people that just sit on like, okay, I'm gonna do this. This is my life. And that doesn't have to be that way. My life is different every day. And I love that. It's an absolute adventure.
I love that.
When you work for yourself, it's an adventure. You're going to work harder than anything because you are the breadwinner. So I love that. I love the hustle for myself and to make it. And it's been 12 years, so I'm not going to stop now. So my motivation is
keep it popping. Keep it popping.
It's something different every day. And life is too short. It's just too short.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so in a few minutes, a few seconds, we're gonna get to our next guest, Laz. But Laz, I see you in the back. I'm gonna give you a chance to fix your camera. I'm seeing the top of your head.
What's he doing?
We want to see the whole face. Laz is a riot. Laz, you back there. There you go. All right. So, so Denise, thank you for hanging out. I know that you're crazy busy. Your schedule is insane. You were doing some cool stuff yesterday. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about that or not, but I know your schedule is crazy. And I don't say anything if you can't. But I know you think you had an interview with the political something.
No, I'm busy, right? No.
Okay.
Denise, can you hear him?
She got silent.
Can you hear me? No. Oh, okay. All right. Got you. I got you.
We'll have to bring it back to get more information.
Okay. So we'll bring you back. We'll bring you back to get more.
She heard Matthew. She didn't hear you.
All right. Well, Dr. Denise Mose, it was a pleasure. Good seeing you. Thank you for being here. Stay healthy. Stay safe.
Thank you for having me. I miss
you. Oh, you can hear me. Now you can hear me. You can hear me now. Well, let me, before you leave, I'm going to ask you the question of the day. If you could have any superpower, what would that be? Any superpower, what would that be?
Me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, if I could have any superpower, I think I want to own the vibranium in Wakanda. I want to be T'Challa.
She went for it.
I want to rule my own country. I want to be T'Challa.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to.
Wow.
There you go.
I want to have all the vibranium. I want the cool suit. I want the necklace.
Yes.
I want to rule Wakanda.
I'll make it for you.
Okay.
I want all the vibranium. Yeah.
So you're gonna be the woman Black Panther, the female Black Panther.
Nice.
That could be a thing.
Okay, so for those who follow comic books like me, Shuri becomes Black Panther.
Oh,
she becomes Black Panther. Down the line. Oh, I follow comic books. I love comics. Spider-Man, the Hulk, all of them, especially Black Panther when he came around in the 60s. So, because I'm a writer, I love to read. So, but Shuri actually becomes Black Panther. If you read the comics, Shuri becomes Black Panther in like maybe the 8th or 9th episode. And he actually, T'Challa wills his power to Shuri. In fact, my truck is called Shuri, Black girl magic, Black girl.
Yes.
All right then.
I love it.
Cool.
I want to run Wakanda.
Wakanda forever.
There we go.
All right. Well, Dr. Denise, thank you so much. Thank you so much for
being
here. We're doing it. We're really doing it. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So stay healthy, stay safe, and stay fierce. All right. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Denise.
Bye.
All right. So Laz, I hope you're ready, Laz. If you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and bring you in and have another fun time.
Yeah.
Let's bring him in.
About to be crazy.
Laz.
That's hot. That's hot.
Hey.
Oh, look at my logo. There we
That's
go.
crazy.
Let me tell you, can I
Thank
say
you.
Love my
something?
logo.
I brought this up last night. I think we have mutual friends. Heps Fury was dancing in one
Yeah,
of your
yeah, that's my
videos.
dog. Yeah, I love him, man. He's my favorite artist. He's my favorite artist.
He is part of our Fierce fam. He's performed and danced and featured
Yeah.
designs at one of the shows.
Wait
We
a
love
minute.
him.
Hey, so he was telling me that I needed to know this guy, and I know him.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, Heps, he lives in Miami. But he grew
Yeah.
up
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Heps
Yeah, I
danced.
told him. I called him right away. I said, hey, listen, man, I met these people. I'm going to tell them all about you. I souped you up.
People.
And he told me, Laz, I've been on them people. I was like, damn. I thought I was trying to do him a favor. He was like, man, I'm already in with them. You know? Wow.
It was so funny when we were talking to you. I was like, he reminds me of Heps, like a different older version.
Hep is a character. You know, we're both characters. You know, we're characters. We're like living characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we stay in it's like we ain't even acting. It's just we're just characters 24/7. You know, we know what we're about and we just live who we are on the daily, you know. So excited me to cat like him because you know he's kind of weird too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta and, I tell you, I told him, I said, I'm gonna tell him about the original funk old school b-boy, because that's what he is. He's a b-boy. He's a living b-boy.
Yes.
You know, and you don't see that, you know. And
Right.
We've seen him dance. He danced our event. He made Ron start dancing.
Yeah, we had a dance. We had a dance contest. I was doing my old school.
Yeah, he got a lot of nice little clips. You know, he's got a lot of clips, and he's just an artist. You know, us artists, we're just like always in art mode. You know, always creating and thinking outside the box. You know, he's an outside box thinker for sure.
Yes. So Laz, let's talk about you. Let's talk about, man, your work is beautiful, and if anybody goes to your Facebook page, Laz in Orlando, they see, you know, because we saw your ice sculpture and stuff, but now you're doing wood every day in the hot sun. You know, talk to us about that.
Oh man,
how did you get from ice to wood?
The thing is that you know, by nature I'm a performer. You know, And it's like you go on a cruise ship and you see the old guy with a you know, it gets boring, you know. But I'm a performer. I love performing art on live. You know, I get a lot of feedback from the energy from the audience watching, and I'm just a entertainer. And the thing is that, you know, I go live for a couple of reasons. Like the main reason is exposure, of course. The other reason is I do it to motivate myself because, you know, nobody wants to watch somebody sitting down. You understand?
Right.
So when I go live, and I go live every day, I carve for 5 to 6 hours straight. Every day. I put that camera and I'm like live. I'm working. I'm working. And another reason I go live is because since I don't have an assistant and I work by myself, it's like I feel like I'm not alone. I got an audience watching. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel alone. The hardest thing for me though is doing it in the sun. You see, it's real hot, but you can't really see me if I'm in the tent. You know, so I got to make the sacrifice and carve in the hot sun. But this is how, you know, this is how I met you. You see what I'm saying? Right. It pays off. And then another thing is that it also shows consistency. You see, because you know, people now I got a reputation. This guy works every day. Right. So there's no fear that somebody is going to want to bank on me and say, well, will he be able to do this every day? Well, I've been doing it every day live on Facebook for I got like thousands of videos. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's really exciting.
Yeah. So Laz, where do you get all those trees? Where do you find the trees from? And what's the perfect tree?
You know, the universe. Man, the universe. You know, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. You know, people like sometimes people they're like, oh, I want to start carving. Where do I find tree? I didn't ask nobody. I just started thinking, where can I find a tree? So my mind told me, go to the landscape, the dump where they dump trees and yardways. I started going out there and pulling out logs. And when I first started doing wood, I didn't know a lot about wood. So one time I loaded a whole van full of wood and palm trees. And when I unloaded them home, they were all like the wrong wood. So I did all that work for nothing. It's really been like a trial and error thing. But now the universe, what it did is it put me in position, right? Because when you have a dream and you're consistent in what you want, right? The universe will start aligning the things that you are thinking about. You see? And the universe knows that I need this in order to do that. And right now I got hooked up in Orlando, you know, Orlando, Florida. There's one dumping area that's unprivate, and I'm carving there. So all the wood of Orlando, tons and tons of it, come to the shop every day. So I got so much wood. I got the best. But the thing is that I use quality wood. So the quality wood is like is you know, it's not a lot of it, but I get whatever comes, and I got more than enough, you know. And that's all to the universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hope you didn't let your secret out.
Huh?
I hope you didn't let your secret out where other people are going to go try to get your wood.
No, because nobody wants to do this work. You see, this work is hard. You understand? Ain't nobody willing to be out there loading wood, carving wood, Listen, you don't see too many wood carvers because it's hard work. You know, that's why people say, oh, don't teach nobody. Teach. Man, people ain't willing to do what I do. You understand? That's why I'm so hot. I'm such a hot item because I'm the only one that does it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. This stuff is beautiful. So when you see a piece of wood, do you get the vision of what you're going to carve like before? Do you see that and I see a pelican, or the other day you have like a shark hiding in a reef or whatever? Like, how do you envision the final product when you see what most people see like a stump of wood?
Man, listen, man, that is a great question. Okay. See, the first thing you got to do, right, is you got to learn. You got to learn. So when you're doing art, everybody, they learn one thing at a time. So first I learned the angelfish, then I learned the seahorse, then I learned the turtle, then I learned the lovebird, then I learned the mermaid, then I learned all these animals. And then once I learned each individual animal and learned them well, then I started mixing them up. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna put a bird, I'm gonna put a swan here and a lovebird here, and then I just started combining stuff. And then when you do that long enough, then you just like start. Well, I want to do this and I want to do that. And you always kind of like look at something you like. You know, all artists, all we are doing is really following something else, something that, and it's just about improving or changing just a little bit what another person's doing. So I've done that so long that now when I do some artwork, it's just a combination of my stuff, his stuff, universe stuff, all kinds of stuff, and it just. But here's the main secret. Here's the main secret. The main secret is the teacher that taught me. He taught me how to do something once, and it came out really good. And he told me, "Good job, Lazaro." The next day I did it again, and he told me, this man made me. He said, "What is that, Lazaro?" I said, it's what you showed me. He says, "Don't ever do the same thing twice. Don't ever do the same thing twice." Wow. I haven't done the same thing twice since I've been carving for over 30 years. You understand? Wow. I always switch it up some way. I don't care what it is. If it has to be something that has to be different. And you do that long enough, you're pushing yourself to it's like that's why I get so excited about work. It's like, because look, if I'm on Facebook Live every day and I'm doing the same thing, people are gonna be like, man, here goes that damn same thing again. People ain't gonna like that. People go on my Facebook they're like, wow, what's he making now? What's Laz doing now? You know, I get people. See, because if I'm not excited about what I'm doing, listen to this. Listen to this. Sometimes when I'm out in that hot sun, and I'm so burnt and I'm so tired and hungry, you know how I keep working? I stop what I'm doing and I create something new. I said, why don't you do something new? Because see, what that does, it gets you in flow state. See, flow state is when you got to find something that's a little bit challenging, but not too challenging. And once you get in flow state, you in another zone. You ain't thinking about time, hungry, sun, water, nothing. You just, your spirit. See, something happens to the spirit when you're in flow state. You're not in your body anymore. You're just a spiritual creature, just like in the zone. You know?
Wow.
It's
That's
amazing.
So I know when we do like
awesome.
fashion shows, like for you guys, like every fashion show I do something completely different, whether it works out or whether it doesn't. It's always something completely different because I don't want it to be something that looks back on both, you know, Fierce Entertainment as well as me saying, oh, they've already done that before. So it's constantly me pushing the boundaries of what has not been done yet, because if it hasn't been done yet, then, you know, we're all like creating along the way. And especially the people that work with me is like, you know, it keeps us all engaged because we do the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, okay, it's going to be typical, and all the fashion shows aren't going to be, you know, special because they're all going to look, you know, the same. So each fashion show, whenever I do a lookbook, it has a theme, it has like a look, it has like, you know, everything for it. So that's why I always try to do something completely different. So I completely agree with, you know, you doing something completely different every time.
Wow.
So whether it's carving or it's makeup or whatnot, it's still art. And like you said, you're not duplicating it. You're always changing it to make it original. I think that's awesome of you guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So Laz, let me ask you the question of the day. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh, he's on mute. Rewind.
What I need.
Okay.
You know, I got it. Hello?
Wait, hold on. Okay, we lost you for a second. If you could have any superpower,
okay,
what would it be and why?
The thing is that I got all the power I need. See, I am the power. You see, because the thing is that when you're tapped into the the spiritual, right? When you're tapped into the spiritual, right? See, the Creator, whatever it is, put superpowers in us, and that superpower is love, faith, honesty, courage, integrity. You know, all these spiritual principles. These are the things that empower you. You know, and I was actually thinking the guy said, I want to be able to read people's mind. Well, see, we already have that. It's called vibration. You see, when you go in a room, you can feel the vibe of people. You see, and then see, we have everything, all the superpowers that we need inside of us. It's just about tapping into that. That's all. Wow. And we get in the way, you know. But those powers come with educating yourself with spiritual information of not just one, but see, spirituality it has been since the beginning of time, 10,000 years of recorded spiritual teachings, you know. Wow. And they all pretty much teach the same spiritual stuff, which is the spiritual principles. Love, faith, honesty, integrity, commitment. You know, these are what any successful person that you ever admire or has what you want. He just used the spiritual principles. That's all he did. He just did it more than you did. You understand what I'm saying? That's it.
That's so true. That's the foundation of everything.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So one more time, I want to zoom in and get a good look at your logo, and then we're going to get into the minute mix. Yeah, nice work. Nice work by
Laz. See, it says by nice work by Laz, Orlando, Florida. Yeah.
That's it. That's wonderful because it says what it is. It is what it is.
That's my heart.
That's dope.
Well, see, the thing is, the story behind it is a lot of people, see, they think I'm a tiki carver. I'm not a tiki carver. I'm a chainsaw artist, right? I'm an artist. So the point is, see, the nice work is my company name. It has the blend. See how it's blending the colors? Yeah. Because I started as a graffiti artist. And the city is, I've been in all the cities, major cities in LA. I always wear a fedora. I got my chainsaw, and that's me. That's representing me. I'm not a tiki carver. I'm not an ice carver. You know, I'm just an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
I love it. Chainsaw artist. But your tikis are beautiful, man. They are beautiful, and I'm definitely gonna get one. Yeah. So I'm gonna get one. But are you gonna stick around for the minute mix?
Yeah. I'm gonna hang out with you guys.
All right, cool. So let's get into the minute mix. We're gonna jam a little bit.
All right, let's get into the minute mix.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only DJ Tron, aka Tronny Blaze, rocking out with my fierce entertainment family. Right now, we got the 1 minute mix popping. Yep. Fridays, let's go.
What?
All right. Yes, this is little jam. Shout out to DJ Tron, aka Tronny Blaze over there in Hotlanta. Thank you for sending that in. Oops. Shout out to Matthew. I saw Matthew back there. He was dancing. He had his hair going like this.
My weight moving around.
I think that was dedicated Jessica. I was like, that sounds like Jessica.
Oh yeah. That's club music. That's some club music. Team song.
Yeah, it had me shaking. I love it. That was a great bit.
Well, I want to shout out, all of our guests for today. Shout out Uncle Willie for stopping by. Shout out for Rich Fontaine. What? You didn't like Uncle Willie? What do you got? Don't let me call him. Don't let me call him.
He can stay in the home next time.
Don't let me call him. He's gonna come over there.
Call him, but
Yeah,
Shut it up for
him. Don't let him.
Shout out to Rich Fontaine. Shout out to Denise Mose. And shout out to Laz in Orlando. My boy right here. Thank you, all you guys. Starr Dalton, Matthew Cooley, Jessica Henlon. This is Team Fierce. We hope that you guys are all safe, healthy, and fierce.